I've known Roger for over 20 years as a coach, colleague, mentor, volunteer, and friend. Roger knows how to make ski teams fun and successful. In his 35 years of coaching more than half at PSF, Roger has consistently brought his own style of hard work, fun, and high-level technical and tactical experience to literally thousands of athletes. Roger has also become an important part of U.S. ski and snowboard alpine education programs, teaching clinics to hundreds of coaches across the country. One of Roger's most endearing qualities is his personable approach to athletes and coaches. I first experienced this as an athlete when Roger was coaching the U.S. ski team. I was 17, competing in my first Europa Cup races in Oberhof, Germany, and I got smoked. I got really smoked. What am I doing here? Later in the afternoon, Roger was trying to get the guys out for some movement and recovery, and I was the only one who showed up. Seeing the opportunity, Roger said he had an extra pair of Nordic skis. The trails were right out the door, and there we went. And his plan worked. Self-doubt was quickly eclipsed by the Bavarian Alps and cruising around with this crazy guy talking my ear off about everything except skiing. So this is just one of the many examples of Roger emulating the journey being more important than the destination. These qualities often manifest into his famous thrift shop stops. Who's ever been on one of those? Or perhaps even a colorful joke on the side of the hill. Who's been on one of those? But luckily for us, Roger's not fully retiring. He's recently joined the MSU team as their assistant coach. He'll still be in the Bozeman area. And he'll continue working with PSF and coaching across the country, passing down his knowledge to others. So, Roger, PSF is really proud of you and your contributions to the ski community and beyond. And our friends at Peak Skis, to help acknowledge that, I've got a little present for you. And Roger's also one of our main guys at the ski swap, and he loves ski swap skis. So, Roger, please keep skiing on the ski swap skis. But this pair of Peaks will look good this year on the side of the college NCAA court.
I gotta get my notes out. I got a huge thing. I was gonna read a bunch of stuff and just try to make it really monotone. Get you to sleep a little bit. With people at this table that who will fall asleep the first. I mean, that put out. So, glasses. I'm really nervous when I talk about jokes because I start most of them like this. I'm a really lucky guy. I'm lucky to have been able to coach for 37 years. And I'm still going to do it. I'm lucky to do over half of that with the British Ski Foundation. I'm lucky that they couldn't find anyone more famous to come up here. Everyone's out on a job, or they couldn't find a comedian or anything. That's kind of cool. My coaching career started here at the British Ski Foundation, and I moved away a number of times, and I'd come. I would come back, and then I'd go away and coach, and come back. But I always kept coming back, and it's just because of the people here. You know, the community, and some of the people, the parents and volunteers that I've seen, and they're in here still. The Stengeruds are here. I saw Spud and Mel Kelly. I mean, there's a bunch of people around that after their kids came through the program, they still stayed and volunteered. And that made an impression on me. That was something that I guess I'm kind of doing that still now. But, I thought that was pretty cool. Sometimes ski teams will they'll look at how many athletes they can put onto the U.S. ski team. They kind of gauge how they're doing, compete with other people. Regions do it. We're in the Western region here, Rocky Central region in the Midwest, and on the East Coast, it has a huge group out there. And they have a Regions Cup. Who can put the most athletes onto the U.S. ski team? So there's a guy in Squaw Valley. He coached there forever. Coached a long time, eventually ran the program. It was Mark Sullivan. He was Marco Sullivan's uncle. Sully, if you've been in coaching a bit, the ski racing community and Nordic and freestyle, everything, it's a pretty small community, so you get to meet a lot of people. But this guy had dragged, and rightly so, Squaw Valley ski team to put a lot of people onto the U.S. ski team. He was going to make up a shirt that said the Sullivan Foundation. supplying the US ski team for over 20 years. He actually made that shirt, and I didn't get to see it or didn't, but it was pretty cool. People are really into that. But the point of that little story is that of all the divisions in the US, the Northern Division, us, has put the most people onto the US ski team. Because it's per capita. That works. We get a tweak in there. We're going to cut over here. Oh yeah, I've been really lucky to have some great mentors here. A couple of those are here tonight. Bruce Maxwell over here. I don't think Ron Mathis is around. Was Ron here tonight? I don't think so. Yeah, he was the past director of BSF also, like Bruce was. One of my best ski racing stories, and I have a lot, but one of the best ones comes from Bruce Maxwell. Little kid race up at Bridger Bowl, and this one little kid is standing and looking at the scoreboard. He's looking for all the time. He's just standing and staring. Other kids come and go, and he's still looking. And he finally looked right up at Bruce. And I'm standing right there. I got to see the whole thing. And he said, "I got the most." And Bruce's face rippled. And then he went, "Good job." Yeah, that's a big part of it. Being positive, that's good. Emily Donza, some of you know her. She was a little kid, looked up at the scoreboard and said, "Mom, I got a DQ behind my name. What does that mean?" And her mom said, "We're going to Dairy Queen." Dan Browsford is here, big waiting ski coaching forever, mentor for me. He's taking care of me. We worked together at the Park City ski team in Utah a long time ago, and I was a young buck down there, and the head coach was looking for a young buck. Picked me, to show him the ropes and everything. He was kind of hard on me, and made me cry a couple times, and Dan just stuck up for me. And thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. All right, ski racers take three big things out of the sport of ski racing. One, the love of skiing. That's important. Two, the ability to ski all over the mountain. The alpine racing techniques teaches you fundamentals that basically are designed to keep the feet upside down. So you can end up skiing all over. And the third one they take is life lessons. A lot of those things, as we get older, we forget sometimes how big, huge little things are. We can look at it and say, "It broke your heart. You get over it." But at the time, it's huge for these kids, right? And just BSF has given me the opportunity to be there for some of those and help with some of the life lessons. And I know a lot of the last decade or so, I really focused a lot on that. And it's been awesome to see the kids go through little challenges and some big ones, and just to be there to help them. The Bridger Ski Foundation has given me an excellent platform and backed me and allowed me to really be effective as a ski coach. So thank you to the Bridger Ski Foundation. And I guess I'd like to thank everybody here tonight also for supporting the Bridger Ski Foundation. It's been awesome and enabling me to be lucky to work with everybody and keep things going. And yeah, thanks a lot for that. When I was in college, I went through physical education, geared things towards coaching and exercise physiology. But at the time, this is dating me some, the aerobics was a big fad. So I did an internship through a class, and I did aerobics, and I was eventually rock aerobics. I did a lot of ski conditioning classes, and they wanted me to do some of that tonight for you to warm you up. But I figured we could kind of get some hands waving a little bit, maybe the beat. If you feel that you find the beat and you want to say, because I am a breaker and a rapper, and I am Coach Bay. If you want to skip fast, I'll show you the way. And let me take you through a forward trip through the Twilight Zone. I don't need a spaceship, I use my microphone, so hold on tight all your life. I'll be rocking like this for the rest of the night. Now here's the beat tips for the song race, so you can be ready to set the pace. Keep your hands in front, upper body squat, and get communication to the dance if you don't. Don't turn it too early, or you'll hit the tip. Wind up with the big back. Next but one, plant the seat. Listen to the beat from all the people.